Generic greetings and welcome back to a very rainy MewnBase. Today's beverage is a nice cup of Bovril, and that's lightning. It would be suboptimal if we got hit with that. Anyway, in the previous video, we were messing around with chemicals, and I guess the implication with that is that it's all kinds of bad, but I mean, technically we could just sort of pour water together and would technically mess around with chemicals, but anyway, I digress. I thought we'd continue on just because, well, I've been enjoying it and people want to see more, so that's why we're here, and that's still lightning. What we need to do is unlock batteries, and currently we have we have a chemical plant over there, but we don't have the ability to store anything yet, because we have not yet unlocked batteries from the research screen here, and that requires 10 samples. We only have 5, so we need to go and look around, and we're probably going to head over there and just see what we can find. So I'm going to dump down some of these things here. We don't need that on our person, or that, or that, or that, really. We're just making some room, that's all. And that should do it for now. I would like to make... have we got enough food? We do have enough food, I think. I'm going to close this up and just fill up the suit oxygen there to 200, and then we will head out. Yeah, I do have enough food. I will, 80 hunger and, oh yeah, well, that's actually okay. We'll eat that there. Right, so we'll head off. In the previous video, we were also discussing what would you call this game if it was based around a dog rather than a cat, and there was absolutely belting suggestions. We had Bark Side of the Moon. I mean, come on, that's pretty good, right? We had Space Wolves, which, to be fair, is sort of close enough, you know, and also a bit of 40k theme in there. We had Bark Off, which I'm guessing is similar to Blast Off, and then... one that was just so bad it was good. It was just dogs, all capitals with a Z, but that was actually that actually stood for something like designated explorer, something or whatever. It was listed in the comments anyway, and I thought that was quite good. Anyway, let's just continue going around here and see what we can find. I am going to pick up most of the things that we find here. We do have, as you can see, decent suit oxygen as well as food and health. And what I'm looking for really is, like I say, artifacts. So we're going to quickly sort of scoot around, and anything we can find we will pick up. Obviously, we don't want to stand around on this area here too much because you don't normally find anything. But saying that, we've just found an artifact, so that's exactly what we wanted. I would love to come back with 3 artifacts, but the chances are fairly slim. Also, I don't want to leave some unexplored tiles, which should now cover these 2. There we go, and in fact that was right in the center, so we'll take that as well, which is going to give us some ore. And there we are. So we're going to continue going to the right. We'll probably head back when we're about a third down, I think. That's probably the way forward, I think. And eventually we will have to get a vehicle of some description, just because at the moment, well, walking around, we're sort of on the limit, really, of how far we can explore. I mean, we can go further, you understand. It's just we're spending most of our energy and resources just traveling to new areas, which is not what we want to do. I'm not probably going to pick up any more of this this scrap here because I don't think we need much of it. There's some trees there, which I don't think, yeah, I don't have the ability to pick that up, but I will pick up some of that, and then we'll continue looking around here. There's loads more ore, which is pretty good. We'll get that there. I'm trying to get some of these shrubberies, and once again looking for some more artifacts, but I'm not finding any, which is a bit of a shame. I think I will probably stop there and start heading back over, simply because we don't want to get caught short and then, well, die. I'll also pick up some of these as well, because there might be something to do with them, so we might as well get some of it while we're here. It's currently day 7. We're on 7:30 at night. It's almost about to go dark, and it does go quite dark. Ooh, good grief! In the game. Let me just switch this over and actually try and get some oxygen in here. That was all kinds of leaking. So we'll go over to our research station here, and naturally we'll put in this artifact, and then I will dump this down. I'll dump that down there, and I'll dump that down there, and then we will start to pick up some of this, because what we want to do is get some inventory full. I probably want to get some more oxygen, that's for sure, like so, and I'm actually going to go down and fuel up this, because we definitely need that to produce solar panels. Typically, historically anyway, don't really work too well at night. So what we're going to do is we're going to create some of this delicious soup, this nourishing soup, and we actually eat some of that as well. We also want to check out, oh, you can actually make a healing stew, which is 1 stew root and some blue shroom as well. We also want to create, probably, we don't need a jackhammer, an axe would be good, chop down tree-ish things. The problem with that, it's going to take up another slot, so I don't know whether we want to do that. What I do want to do, though, is put that in there, and then I want to get some more metal plates produced, just because I need to probably start to produce more in and around the base, because at the moment we've just got, well, we haven't got enough power for all of this, so we do need, I'm guessing, 3 solar panels and at least 1 battery, but we'll only get the battery once we have the research points, which is, well, we're currently not doing anything because it's got no power, which is a shame. Anyway, so we'll go over to our solar panels, although they're not in there, they're actually in the fabricator here, and you can see that they require some electronics, so we'll get some of those. So electronics require wire, so we'll craft as much wire as we can, basically, and that should do us quite nicely, and then we'll go for some electronics, and there we go. Right, so we'll also say put more of the metal plates in, and then we'll say 1, and we need some more metal plates, but we should be able to get those in but a moment, and there we go. Hang on, do I need a couple more? I do, but I'm actually quite full at the moment in terms of resources. So I'm going to put that there. That's going to craft off, and then we'll create another one of those. And it means that both the base and this thing is now very, very solar reliant, I guess, and that's okay though. There we go. Turn that off, and this will be not our resources. Actually, we got enough power with this solar panel and that generator to sort that out, and we've got enough chemicals as well to hopefully crack on with stuff. So I'm going to place this solar panel in here because I want to expand upon the base, and I'll take some of these and craft some more of that. And we do need extra base sections are now in the fabricator. I keep forgetting that. We've got an airlock, which I don't think we need just yet, but I do think we need at least a couple more habitat modules. Ideally, actually, what I would want is probably storage, so we get the indoor storage, but that requires 5 samples, and we really need that we need to keep that for the other stuff, we need to keep that for the batteries, because just having this with 3 solar panels now, we pretty much won't need to rely on that, which is quite useful. So we'll close that up. We will set going some more of that, and I don't think I need another base section, but once again I'm going to dump some of this stuff on the floor there, and I will do that, and then I'll close this up, and I think then we will head off to search for more things, and we will head pretty much straight north. I think that's probably the way to go. I'll put some more of that in there, and then dump these panels. It's best to do, hang on, that, and then there we go, and I'll just let that crack on. Oh, that's our research complete there, so now 13 looks like a whistle of some kind, and that means that we can now unlock, if we wanted to, batteries. So is it worth me staying here to make the batteries? Probably. They will almost certainly be in the fabricator, which they are. They require battery cells and metal plates. So we have the metal plates, and we'll take up the chemicals here, because I'm guessing battery cells are, where are the battery cells? I can't see the wood for trees. They must be in here then, I'm guessing. Oh no, it'll be in the chemical plant, and that is the case. We need wire and we need chemicals, so we'll make some more of those. We'll get some more wire, and we will also, I guess, wait for it. Running off would not be way forward, and we'll make 3 battery cells. 4 battery cells, I guess, because we want 6 in total, because I want 2 batteries, 1 for this and 1 for this, and that'll store hopefully enough power. And we'll make 1 more metal plate there. I have a feeling that we're just going to be out of the resources that we need. So let's just see. There's a battery, so we'll craft that off there. We'll say that one there. And how many do we have? We have a total number of cells equal to 1, 2. That's fine. That's exactly the amount that we need. So I'm just hoping that we have enough stuff here. I'm going to place the battery just on the edge there, and what will happen is that'll start to fill up. We will say craft another battery, and we do have the resources, and that is perfect. So there we go. We have now got a battery, and I'll place that probably there is sufficient, because it's all connected up as long as it's adjacent. So you can see this battery here is slowly it's got 1 full charge there, and it's now slowly going up, so that's perfect. Obviously this one will charge a lot faster than this one. I guess ideally we want to have another solar panel on this, but I don't think we can do it because we don't have the resources. We can try to make some more electronics. You only get 1 circuit board off that, and I need 2. So we'll have to make another set of 3 wires, and then that one there. I don't know how I've ended up with like a spare bit of wire, and sadly, yeah, we don't have the metal for that. Okay, fine, we did try our best, and that's okay. And oh, soup power is off. Why have I got soup power? Have I been keeping the torch on all this time? I guess so. Anyway, not that it matters because we go in here and then we're pretty much sorted. Right, let's head off just as it hits nighttime because that's the perfect time to explore, right? I obviously haven't placed this metal plate down. Not that it matters too much. Oh god, it really is pitch black when we have this in. Ooh, lightning, lightning, lightning. I think it is random where it strikes, so yeah, we'll just have to be careful there. We are going to head up and we will get any ore that we can because we are out of that. I don't expect to find another artifact, but it would be nice if we did. Ooh. We got electrocuted, which normally the response to electrocution is not laughing. However, I've never seen the animation where you can see the skeleton behind it. Like, what film I'm thinking of? Home Alone, where I think it's Marv gets electrocuted, and it's really freaky, that scene. Anyway, let's continue on this way. We're trying to unlock... oh, there's a nice bit of that, and soup power is running low already. I wonder if we're missing a trick. If we get hit with lightning, does it power our suit up? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Right, so it's absolutely pitch dark. We can't see a thing here. Soup power, I don't think it recharges. It doesn't recharge, so we have to be careful here because if we go too far without power, it means that we'll just have to... I don't think we have access to the mini-map, which is all kinds of bad. So what I'll do is just do our best in the dark here. Soup power is actually okay, and I'm just looking for, really it's just proximity around here and around these things, looking for the ore, and slowly the sun's coming up, which is good. So that means that we don't have to fret too much over that sort of thing now. I won't put the light back on because obviously that would be all kinds of bad. And we'll just gather these resources here, and then we will head off probably back to base. I'm hoping to find at least 1 artifact before we go back, and I'm also wanting enough for a bit of stew. So I'm gonna now prioritize getting... well, leaving that and just looking for the artifacts, which... there's one there. Perfect. Then that's just about timing. Yeah, time's just about right, I think. So we'll get that artifact, and that'll allow us to get technically mortars if we wanted to. We could get mortars, and then that'll allow us to travel a lot further. And speaking of travel, I do need to get a bit of a move on because, as you can see, oxygen is slowly going down. Well, looks like we're on full health. I think when you've got over a certain amount of food, you do slowly heal up. But anyway, we'll go up and we'll light that torch again because the rain does put it out, and we will start to research that. And you can see that battery is only 1/3 full, but this base is pretty much fully. It is fully powered by solar and the battery, so that's good. I'm just going to wait here until it fills our suit up. You can see we've got 750 total battery storage, which is fantastic. And I'm going to go over here, and can we make some better stew? We do need water and other things for that, so we're just going to make some of this, and that should do us quite nicely. There we are. Right, so we're going to pick up the resources once again, and that's now researching. We are going to say metal plate, and we're going to craft some of that. And I think another solar panel for here would be perfectly acceptable for the powering of this. Because you can see the battery is actually slowly going up by the look of it. So it looks like 1 panel can work this, although as soon as I fire this up, you notice that did start to go down. So another panel in here would be pretty much ideal. And that will hopefully go for the expansion as well. So with the battery and the solar, it means now we have pretty much perfect renewables so far anyway. Right, I'll probably just let this crack on metal plates there. I'm going to dump down some of that and dump down some of that. And I'm just going to head south, I think, and just again have a little bit of a excursion looking for more artifacts because I want to get some. I want to get mortars. I think next. I was thinking of. I think I was going for the base expansion, but mortars will give us vehicles, and then vehicles allow us to travel a lot further and faster. Also looking for. I don't know if I want any more of that. I'm not too sure. It's this stuff we're looking for, because you get these like roots, and that'll allow you to make the soup. Although you do need water for that as well. There's an artifact to the right. That's perfect timing. Probably don't need to stop for this, but we do need to stop for the artifacts. And there we go. That's fine. So we've got one researching at the moment, and another that we can probably put in about the right time when we get back. So just going to uncover the rest of this. It is going to get dark shortly. I'd rather not get caught short again and be out at night. But we will see. Nothing pretty much here. There's some wood. I will pick up that. Might as well. Right. Have we got everything unlocked? No, there's one little bit there that someone even mentioned in the comments that that was there as well. So yeah, we will go ahead and open that up. I'm assuming there's nothing of interest and note. No, there isn't. We've got more than enough oxygen to keep on exploring. I know I said I was going to head back, but I've changed my mind. And that is allowed. There we go. I don't think we need much more wood because, well, quite frankly, we're all solar and we don't need to burn it. You can also put in the root vegetables and things like that, which is a nice discovery. So we're going to continue going up and down, and ideally we'd do this in a proper grid. We'd grid it out and do a proper search pattern, but well, efficiency not always very rarely seldom used anyway, I guess, around here. So we'll pick that up there to make that a neat 20, and we will put on the light, and it once again makes it pretty much impossible to tell what there is anyway, even though we've got this. So yeah, nice shadows. Is it being cast from behind there? Right, so we will head back now, because it's about that time. Yeah, oxygen's running a little low. I'd love to stop for all that water, but we've got some closer to home anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And there's some water there. You can, if you want, quite easily... lightning, lightning, lightning. Zap. You can... Oh, and the base is all kinds of red. So that means that it's it's leaking oxygen, so none of this will have oxygen in it, which is important for me to get back and, yeah, sort that out. So I'm going to put some fuel in the base there, just because you can see this thing is working overtime. You see the battery power is 0 now. This has been working overtime to get the oxygen sorted, or fill it back up anyway. So it looks like we have the battery on that, which is there. Oh. Right, careful now. So it looks like we've got artifact 7, which is some sort of like sort of cat seating arrangement, sort of play thing. And we just need now to see our research. I'm going to go back inside here while we do that, and we've got all different things. We've got mortars, we've got wind power, which is something that's quite new as well, and also food production, but that requires 10 samples. I think engines is the way forward. So it is going to day, and means engines. If we look over here, we do have... Oh, there's nothing there. Where is it? Is it just in here? Engines there. So where do we make... Is vehicles another unlock? I assume so. Yeah, vehicles are there, 10 samples. Also, Mark II suit would be great as well. But we have engines now, and the base is leaking once again. It loves to do that. So we'll do that. So we need another sample then, do we? Okay, another sample. I will go for one. And we'll dig that out there. And I may as well put that there, and that there, and that there. Although, what we'll do is we'll pick that up. We will create water, because it's currently in solid brick form in the ice there, and we will extract it and make some lovely root stew, which 140 hunger, that's fairly decent. And I will just drink the remainder of that water just to get rid, and we will dump that there. Right, okay, so we will now explore once again. We'll go off to the north northwest actually, I think is probably the best policy. We will fill up our oxygen. I'll also turn my light off. There we go. And while we're here, we will just fill that up and let it crack on. Right, so in terms of what we have, we've got a decent shovel, we've got almost unused jackhammer, and we are just looking for artifacts, which we will hopefully find. And I'm going to go to about there, and then I think we'll sort of basically head left quite a ways, and then once we got to a certain point, we'll stop, we'll go up, and then we'll come back. And I'm hoping that we are, yeah, we're just steadily unlocking parts of the map now. And this is probably the more efficient way of doing things. Problem is we're going to have a big line on the map now where we've just sort of headed this way, and we're going to have to go around them rocks anyway. So, yeah, you can see we've headed quite a ways there. But we'll go to about there, is it? And scan back. I'm a bit concerned that there's so much debris around here. Looks like there's loads of these root vegetables. Good grief, how many? There's loads of them. I don't particularly want to pick any up at the moment anyway. I'm also concerned the way the leg bends back there. There's one artifact. That is good. We will pick that one up, and we can see that we are almost to the end of our little sort of search grid. Just trying to follow the same sort of path to about there, and then we'll head up so that we have that. I think it's about there. Maybe a bit more. We want it so we're unlocking the most amount of map while not missing anything. Really like one more artifact, that would be ideal. And then we have to choose whether we get cars or whether we get cars or get wind. But we don't really need much wind. A rainwater collector would be nice. Good grief. Well, there's an artifact, which is exactly what we're looking for. And there's so many of this. It would be rude not to pick these up. I wonder if it's faster to pick up with the shovel. It is not, so I might as well just pick it up with nothing in my hand, because otherwise it uses, I say uses, it starts wearing the shovel down. And this should be more than enough for our needs, although we will need some more water, but there's stuff like that all over the place. Probably don't need any more timber, but we do need to head back, because I've just realised that this oxygen is not terribly high. It's on just under 50 out of, what, 200? Yeah, so we're on a quarter. And also, I am quite far away from the base now. It's impressive just how quickly you can get yourself into trouble. Especially when we're on our own here. No other cats to come and rescue us, so we'll have to mark Watney. It up. 22 for our oxygen. But we're just about back at base now anyway, so that's fine. I will look at that. Artifact 16 looks to be some plant of some kind. And that's not what I wanted, because that's a leak in the base, and that means no oxygen. However, as you can see, we've got good battery, and we are going to do that just to power up some more. So we've got good battery in order to generate some more oxygen, which is slowly filling up our suit. We can open that up, and we can shove this artifact back in. We have 5 research points available. Let's just have a quick look at what we have. I'm just going to sit inside a little bit to hopefully fill this suit up. In terms of research log, we've got, what was that one there? Yeah, artifact 16. So we've got 5 samples. We could go for recycling here, which gives us a shredder, recycler. Transport gives us a buggy, a garage, and a trailer. Wind is fine. Advanced power we don't really need. Storage, well, that's what the floor's for. Food production, you get a water spigot, take water out of your base's water supply. Rain collector, so naturally when it rains you fill that up, and water supply, and greenhouse as well. Currently we're not having much of an issue when it comes to that. Suit Mark 2 is increase our oxygen, increase suit power, and get hungry less often. I think I really want to see what this wind power's like, and be totally sustainable. Navigation, we don't really need that. Advanced modules is good because it gives a repair drone that automatically repairs the base. And a powered rain collector collects rainwater and automatically pumps it into a base water supply. Instead of us picking up and move it. moving it. Although I'm tempted for a recycler. No, I think we're going to go for that. Just so we are fully renewable, and then we can get rid of these. So we have now unlocked the... wind turbine there, which requires some metal beams, which we do have here, and also a mortar, which I'm guessing... let me drop that there and that there. I'm guessing will require some wire. Yes, it does. So we'll craft that. We'll craft a mortar, and we'll probably have... Oh, we need more components. Probably have 2 of these. So again, we're going to go for 1 each on either side there. And in order to do that, we need some more metal plates, which we can do. This is almost finished. Just 6 seconds left there, and we'll see what we can find. And that way, 1 more plate. There we go. That's now researched, and it is a box. Artifact 17. We're going to put the other one in there. I'm going to go for full completion on the artifacts by the look of it. And that should be about right now. We'll create 1 wind turbine. I'll place it on here just because it seems to be the closest one. And it looks like that. See that there? It shows you what it's going to power. I'm guessing that the adjacency bonus... Ah, why is that there? It has it like a... I don't know what it's showing there. It shows like that's blocked. Is it? Do you get less? Ah, it's obstacles. Right, okay. That's pretty good. So what we'll do then is we will create some cabling. And I'm assuming that cabling does not... link up base module. Conduits. Yeah, we need some conduits, I think. Right. Yes, you can place conduit like that. And then we'll have the solar farm there. That connects up to the battery, so there shouldn't be any obstacles. That connected up. And yes, no obstacles. Excellent. Right. I like that. Right, we'll create another one of those. And we'll create another conduit, which requires some more copper wire. That's done. We got that. And we'll put that there. We'll place that there. But that obviously is an obstacle, so we will get rid of it by making an axe, which requires some of that. It's saying my oxygen is low. Also food. We'll do that. Shouldn't take too long. So now that is powered. Quite good. And we need an axe. And this has just got litter all over. Oh, to be fair, I've got the. Should have picked them up. We've got loads of stuff all over. So yeah, this you can see that's spinning a lot quicker. Whereas this one is not. But when I take that, it should speed up. No obstacles. Excellent. So Gen is 7.6 out of 20. So 20 total. Battery is full. So basically, I reckon now with these 2 solar panels, the batteries and that, we are now fully renewable. Which is pretty much exactly what we were looking for. There is a can of fish. That is artifact number 8. 5 research points. We have 10 research points in total, which means we can either go for... I don't know why the scroll wheel... Oh, it does work. Wasn't working for a second there. We could go for recycling. Extracts metal from chunks of refined scrap. Nah, I think it's going to be a vehicle. Has to be a vehicle, doesn't it? And we could make the garage, which requires 4 components. Quite simple to make. 1, 2, 3, 4. And, oh, you get 2 components each. Oh, well, they'll come in handy anyway. And then the garage, and that'll require mortars and all sorts of stuff. I'll probably put this garage here, I think. There we go, right next to the entrance, so when we come and crash in, it'll be all kinds of bad. And yes, you can crash, and yes, it does hurt, and you can break stuff. So, sun is going down. This is going to be a practical test here. See what the deal is. We do need 2 mortars, so I'm going to pick up that, and we'll craft a couple of mortars. And that should be us, unless there's something that I've missed, unless I've used up the resources that I need for the rest of it. Yes, we need 5 components. We only have 2, so we'll craft that twice. 1, 2, and while we're waiting... Oh, we don't actually have any more ore. We've chewed through that quite readily, haven't we? So we can make an buggy. Excellent. So, that should be about right. I'm going to go inside. Let's just double check. We can see that power at the moment is good. We are not using any fossil fuels. We're not burning wood or anything else. Or to be fair, we haven't got the RTG up and running. That would be even better as well. But at the moment, we've got 3 solar panels for the base as well as 1 wind turbine. And the battery is not taking us through the entire night. It isn't taking us through the entire night, but it's going to be close. Oh, and that's going to that's a spanner in the works, because now the base has leaked all the oxygen. It's the oxygenator fires up and has to reduce loads. But we do now have a vehicle, so we can get in the vehicle. Whoa, okay, yeah. Remember just how there's no soft start on this vehicle. It's on or it's off. Good grief. It does have a very nice light though, and then we press enter to get out, and there we go. So not bad progress at all. We are on day almost 12. Oh, you can push the car as well. We're on day 12 now. Oh well, near as damn it, of I believe it was 26, 27. So actually we haven't got like loads of stuff done, but we got enough. And as you can see, we now have our day 12, 14 days left. So we have a vehicle, we have a wind turbine, we have solar, we got loads of stuff there. So pretty much a decently established base here. We have enough to keep us alive, I think, unless there's some horrible beasties lurking in the corner, which I don't know about. That, to be fair, may have been added, but I haven't yet experienced. We need a trailer for the we need a trailer for this thing here, which requires cargo container, and we can't make a cargo container. So basically our next job would be to just jump in this and have a little drive around and find stuff. But I think we will leave it there for now. If you want to see some more of this and continue on this, by all means let me know. And also, if that is the case, we went with what would happen if this game would be based off dogs for the last one. Let's go for parrots. What would you think we would be called if it was based around a parrot? And a parrot in a suit would be a bit dodgy. Also, someone suggested that, to be fair, if it was a worm, it would just look like Earthworm Jim, which was, I guess, quite accurate. Anyway, hope you have enjoyed the video. Another look at MewnBase. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.